Okay, well, we're doing this. We're doing this project here, right? It's gonna recover. 40. So we're kind of on this one right here. Let's make sure we're on Duna. Duna Compact. So what are we looking at? Duna Lander 2500. What's the Duna landing in a set? 2500. Let's try to make this 3000. You know what I mean? This is select tank type. This is going to be LH4 methane. Liquid methane, liquid methane. It's going to be liquid methane. That's the engine. Liquid methane. Liquid methane. What's up, Paunchy? So, wait a minute. What is this rocket? Liquid methane. Alright, I think we're switching out rockets. What are we doing here? Let's take off the lander. Hey Ryan, what's up, man? What's up, Pablo? This game's called Kerbal Space Program. We're building a rocket. We're left out on that mission, Ryan. The Poseidon. So we need the Poseidon. That might be help. Kind of left on the. What's the rock? What's the rock for? We have to pick up a fuselage on Duna. It's our next mission. So we've been trying to build this for a few days now, not because of the. There we go. This is an atomic rocket. Toggle mode. So what? Toggle mode. LH2. LOX augmented fuel. Yeah, we rescued the astronaut. Well, this is the ship recovery one. Select team type LF. What did it say? Loop temperature. Huh? So we're gonna need some. We're gonna need some. All right, everybody, hold on. What's the toggle mode? I'm taking a look at this atomic rocket. We're going to Duna. LOX augmented. I don't know what kind of fuel that is. LOX augmented. Oxidizer? Liquid fuel? LH2? Select time type. It's not LH2. I don't think it's. Okay, so that's that. Select tank. Is it methane? That should be a lot more delta V than that, right? Now, when I put it on methane, so here's what I'm trying to do. I'll explain it. I was trying to use this one rocket that I read about. It's called the Poseidon, And the Poseidon can switch to atomic and chemical. So there's a mode. There's a mode you can switch. So I was hoping to be able to use this one, but I also don't understand the when you use it as a nuclear rocket, it's an LH2, right? That's or no, yeah, LH2 fuel. I think. Hold on. LH2 is going to be when it turns into an atomic rocket, right? But we're not doing that one. So that's the atomic loop, but if we switch it to... If we switch... Oh, that's LH2. The mode is LOX augmented. What fuel is LOX augmented? LO liquid oxygen. It's got to be... Oh. LH2, LH4. Select tape. I don't think it's LH2 ox. Okay, maybe it's LH2 ox. Huh. What's up, Mo? Yeah, we haven't messed with sand in a minute. LH2 ox. Let's try that. LH2 ox. And then we go select tank type LH2 ox. Select tank type LH2 ox. So delta V. Delta V is 6. Delta V is low. If that's the right rocket. Because we're on LOX augment. I might need to look that up. Poseidon. Yeah, we're trying to make sure we have the right fuel, but I'm confused because liquid hydrogen. Oh, it is LH2 ox. LH2 ox. Okay, okay, never mind. I think we got the right fuel, I think. But it's not enough. LH2 ox. Okay. And we're going to need at least landing and ascent 25. We're going to need at least 3,000 fuel. 3,000 fuel. So we got to find places to hide this fuel, you know what I mean? We got to find a way to massively increase the fuel on this thing. We're going to go to Duna is the plan. I really want to keep it this size. That's the challenge. You know what I mean? I really don't want to increase the size of the rocket. Preferably speaking. Can we build it without increasing the size? I don't know the answer to that question. We will see. What's up, King? What's good, man? So we need to add at least 1,500 more fuel without changing the size of the rocket. Can we do that? That's going to be a tough one, chat. That's going to be a tough one. Even then, the ladder might not be low enough. You know what I mean? Dapper, what's up? Ideally, we're not touching the size of this rocket. Oh, big tanks, big tanks. Big tanks. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. We really got to increase it. So what do we got to do here? I really don't want to mess with the design. That's rough. So big tanks on the side. Let's. What would these big tanks do? All right, that does pretty good. That adds a significant amount of fuel that we need. LH2 or oxidizer. Let's go this. Let's go with that. I don't know if we can do our objective, which is to not increase the size, but we're going to try to. That's the objective. Without increasing the size, can we... KSB, what up? Kind of a funky... Oh, no. Kind of funky looking. Try to put them right about there. Local mode. What does that mean? I don't think I know what that means. Put them there since I know, so I know they're there. KB, what's up, man? Local mode. Local mode. Click on the move icon. Beneath it says automatic. On the move? Click on the move. I don't see it says automatic. We need another 1,000 Delta V chat. We might have to expand. Oh, local. Oh, wait, hold on. So click on it. Oh, absolute local. I never knew that. Wow. Okay. Wow. Chat, you have hundreds of hours in this game. You always learn something new, man. Learn something new. Alright, where do we fit another 1,000 Delta V without changing the size of the rocket? We're not... So here's the mission that we're on. We have to... This piece in the middle is not actually going. This is what we have to pick up on Duna. This is a recovery asset mission. Must be something important. So we have to fly to Duna, land, attach this, and come back home. So ideally we land like this... And we... Hold on, let's... So what's the difference? So someone described to me the difference between absolute and local. Total chord space, absolute. Local. I think someone explained it. So explain it one more time again. During offset, global moved along the main axis, but local moves based on the object's own rotation. I see. Okay, makes sense, makes sense. And we're trying to use this rocket that has a dual mode. That's kind of the idea. But we need another 1,000 delta V. Another 1,000 delta V. $2,100. We got to be careful where we put it, because when we recover the asset, we can't. There has to be. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Lady, what's up? How you feeling? The other, the other thing is that other engine had a better landing mechanism. Oh, put the tanks in the bay and jettison. That's a good idea. See, the problem with the middle fuselage, the pickup, is that there really isn't anchor points that I know of. How are we going to do landing? All right, we'll figure out landing later. We're still working on fuel. So, for example, I don't think we can attach a fuel tank. Oh, maybe we can. See, we just can't attach a fuel tank. $2,100. We can put that amount of fuel there, and then double it up. So okay, what are we doing? We're having some problems. Don't worry about it. Baguette has our R11 Baguette. Fuel type 24. Multi-purpose fuel. This is a nice big fuel. We're probably going to need the big ones. So we got to probably figure out how to integrate these bad boys in here. What's that going to put us at? 2,600. We're getting close to our numbers. 2,600. So the mission is, you see this thing in the middle, this mobile processing lab. There is one on Duna. We have a contract to go to Duna, pick up this mobile unit and bring it back. So we're trying to build a ship that is no bigger than this on landing. That's why I really don't want to build it any bigger than this for the landing. We're already having issues with fuel, the amount of fuel that we need. So ideally, somehow we're able to get there. I'm trying to get like 3,000 Delta V for Duna. I'm trying to get up to 3,000 Delta V. And we also have life support that we have to be worried about. I mean, we haven't even gotten to life support. Ugh. So we got to do life support. We're trying to fit in some fuel reasonably. You know what I mean? That at least physically looks reasonable. That puts us at 2600 delta V. Want that one, don't want that one. Smaller engine. The reason we switched to... we did have another engine. Stefan, you're still playing this one? Awesome. The reason we don't... we want to do this engine is because it's a dual engine. It can switch to a nuclear and chemical. So it seems like it would be a good engine. Seems like it at least. I like how that looks. So, yeah, we're definitely going to do a multi-stage, but I'm working backwards. This is from the viewpoint of landing on Duna, picking up the cargo, taking off from Duna, and then switching this engine to atomic. Now, we haven't even put the atomic fuel in here yet. I'm trying to throw in some extra fuel. It does seem excessive. That's true. Actually, we had it higher before. It was a bit higher. I'm a little concerned about... excuse me. So we're trying to get I guess that fuel's forever staying there. I guess I can't get in there. Chad, how do I... oh, shoot. Well, I guess that fuel's staying in there. That's fine, that's fine. Internals weight. I'm trying to get a total delta V of 3,000 is the goal. The goal is a delta V of 3,000 just for the chemical part. We haven't even thought about the nuclear engine part. And we're also trying to make it reasonable. Like, I'm not trying to cram, internally. I kind of like to role play it a little bit where it's reasonable. We're not just overlapping tanks of fuel unreasonably. The container a bit thinner. This guy? You mean the middle part? I think we tried a smaller one and it just didn't feel stable. Alright, I think for these guys we're going to need to figure out how to... 28. There you go. We're getting closer to our numbers. We got a local. All right, so 2800. That's, chemically speaking, that is appropriate. There, from what I'm googling, I need 2500 to land and ascend from Duna. I'd rather make it 3000. You know what I mean? I'd rather make it 3000. I think that's just going to have to stay what it is. Ablator? You talking about in the heat shield? It's kind of pennies, to be honest. Clip a fuel tank on. Yeah, we're looking for creative places to put the fuel tank without being ridiculous about it. Like, I still want it to be somewhat realistic, you know what I mean? Somewhat. Maybe not completely. Excuse me. I wonder if that's going to get in the way. Because those are some good numbers I got right there. Is that going to get in the way of... $2,800. Oh, I kind of like 2,800. 2,800. I kind of want to redo this. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to redo this. Man, you know what? Shoot. Man. I think we're going to have to make it bigger because of life support. That's really kind of what not messes it up, but we are doing a life support mod, so there's a couple things. What the heck is this? What the heck? So when it comes to the life support mod, we have to think about a couple of things. We might, I don't know. $2,800. You can hold alt. What do you mean? Yeah, I'm trying to get it to attach to the winch, but this thing is being angry. So how would we do this? Maybe out here? Come on, baby. There you go. chat. I don't know. All right, let's not get discouraged. Let's stay focused. Let's stay focused. We have a couple of problems with the design. And that really has to do with the life support. We're committed to like a life support experience. And so we don't really have a good habitat. Habitation 100 days. This is like, what, a 1,500 day mission to Duna? And it has to be manned. We're going to need an engineer on the field, an engineer and a pilot at least. We haven't even thought about habitation and food. That's a problem. That's a big problem. We're going to have to think of a solution. We're kind of working backwards, though, picking up the module and then taking off. Delta V currently... Okay, so we haven't filled any there. Delta V currently 25. We're trying to get to... That's Delta V 3100. So that's the minimum amount of fuel we need for when we're to land on Dune and to take off. That's going to be the minimal amount there. That actually looks pretty good. Oh, that actually came out decent. Actually came out decent. Clipping parts. Yeah, we have to, man. We have to. Just don't do it. Just ignore it. Ignore it. You know, we're trying to do it reasonably, by the way, which I know is what it is, right? Like, we're trying not to be too ridiculous about it, if that's any consolation. If that's any consolation, we're trying to be reasonable. Get some landing legs, you're right. Which is why we're spending time making it look halfway decent. Alright, so. Yeah, okay. That's enough fuel to land and take off, not to get home. See, getting home is a whole other issue. Getting home, we're going to need Duna orbit to Kerbal landing a good 1,000. Let's say 1,500. And that's 1,500. That's 1,500 when we toggle mode. Actually, we might take that off. I think we have to go back to that. We gotta keep all the fuel at like the bottom stage, you know what I mean? $3,100. You guys are addicted to the SRBs, aren't you? Okay, now what to do? Because we're not even... I'm concerned about collision. But we'll have to worry about that later. That looks pretty good, actually. SRBs. Y'all are addicted. All right, now... Oh, boy. Now we need... Yeah, that's a big ladder. That ladder is necessary. We need a good... Best Buy, yeah. Hold on, let me check my DV numbers here. Let me check them out. I think we're going to need to figure out how to attach now. $3,145. $3,145. Do we? We might need to have a transfer. We'd have to dock. How would we dock? Not with the back. Dock on the front. We might need a transfer vehicle, to be honest. We might. I was hoping to make this everything we needed, but I don't know. Because if we don't do a transfer vehicle, then it means we'd have to dock with it again. So we need a mothership. Dang, chat. Dang, let me think about this. We do have a mothership that we have for a previous mission. Let me see if we can find it. What does it look like? Oh, that's the mothership. Woo-wee! This is for that rescue we did. Didn't recover. Oh my goodness, this is when we went to the sun. Holy smokes. It's very big. Alright, now, hold on one second. Duna land ascent, Duna orbit to Kerbal 1,000. What'd you say before? Duna orbit to Kerbal 1,000. 1,000 is it. We're gonna make that 1,500. We could still probably figure this out. So we're gonna need some more tanks. Probably some more of these. And we're probably going to put them over here. Boom, boom. They're all askew, so let's go get some more fuel tanks. Hold on, move these. Be a tough one. So we need at least 1,500 LH2. So let's try to do without the. Let's try to do this going home. And this is going to be selecting type. This is going to be LH2. Bam. Okay. Now let's switch toggle mode, and we don't have enough. Oh. What the heck? Oh, that's an ammo. Taking out ammo. So we have 1,000. You have to account for 1,000. That only adds 200. Wow. I think we're gonna need a mothership, chat. I don't see a way to, because now we're on atomic mode. LH2. We're on liquid hydrogen. That only added 200, and we need a good 1,500. We would need to pack so much. It's increasingly looking like we need a mothership. All right, well, let's keep working backwards. Let's focus on the lander. The lander's probably going to need, what, like a parachute. This is going to need a ton of parachutes. Like, how many parachutes? Yes. How many parachutes did you say? Absolutely. Well, if we're gonna do, I mean, honestly, if we're gonna do a mothership, then we don't need this engine. We're really, we could just really use any engine, to be honest. But we could try it out, see if we like it. I mean, it is an insane amount of parachutes, but we might need them all. And when we come back, maybe we'll just land with this thing, parachute-wise, in the water, ideally. E-Dog, thank you for the gifts. We still have that fuselage to pick up on Duna. It's the plan, at least. Yo, Doc, what's up, man? Oh, because it doesn't have. Right. What are we doing here? What's the problem? I can't tell. Your mods don't work? Which one? Like all of them? Back for the rescue. We did the rescue. We just haven't done the recovery of the equipment of the fuselage. Enable manual control, enable reactor, activate engine. I can't tell what engine we're supposed to be. Oh, okay, odd minute, that's right. You too heavy to fly? It's a hot engine, huh? Okay, we got issues. Wrong fuel. You know, I don't know what's going on, to be honest. TWR. That's in Duna, but if we go to Kerbal, it's still a TWR point. Oh, it's 0.76 on Kerbal. So they're very different on Kerbal. You know what I mean? Which is fine because we might switch the engine anyways. I don't think we're going to do the one stage lander go home thing like I was hoping. Because we're going to Duna, compact. And Duna, it's a TWR4. No, TWR4. Yeah, it's a plenty of TWR on Duna. Alright, so then what? Man, I'm having a hard time thinking about how we want to do this. So that should be good to go. We can just go ahead and yank that off. Go ahead and yank that off. Go ahead and close. Oh, we have to do some type of a landing gear, don't we? Huh. Actually, I think we're getting rid of this engine because I don't think we're going to do the one stage. Keep losing them in orbit. Yeah, it's hard, right? This is a hard mission too that we're on right now. Trying to figure out what to do with the exact parameters. I guess this is going to have to be a docking. I guess we're going to have to do a mothership. Because once we land and take off, can we even put a 1500? Oh, let's keep trying actually before we switch the engines. Let's keep trying. Can we put 1500 fuel on this thing? Fuel tanks. Can we? A xenon tank? Is there any miracle we can pull off? Like, I'm just going to throw this on here just for kicks. LH2. LH2 is 29, 32. Oh, out of atmosphere. Toggle mode. 1,000, and we need 2,500. Man, it's too much fuel to take. Yeah. I don't think we could do the one stage that I was hoping for. Yeah, can you imagine like real life? I mean, that's just intense. Yeah, the amount of fuel we would need to pack is kind of crazy. Out of atmosphere too, huh? In atmosphere, out of atmosphere. That only adds 600, yeah. Alright, well. Let's close this up. Raise the ladder. Close. 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 This is the Duna lander. Okay. Now we got to work on some landing gear. But we're going to change the engine because we don't need this engine anymore. So what kind of engine are we going to take? We have an atomic aerospike, huh? That's a methane one. That's a mammoth. Whoa. Liquid fuel. And a T. I mean, we can go methane now at this point. Oh yeah, are we on Duna? Yeah, we're Duna. In Duna and atmosphere. So if we're not doing the hybrid engine like I hoped, then let's do liquid hydrogen engine. What did I say the lander for Duna was? I think it's at 2,500. Yeah, it's gonna be a minute before we get this thing going because we still have so much engineering to do. So which one is this one? The liquid. I mean, we can go methane at this point. We can really go any Cougar. This is LH2, Allosaur, liquid methane. Alright, so let's switch to liquid methane. Select part, tank type, liquid LH40X. Select tank type LCH40X. Select tank type. We're going to have crazy TWR. Selecting tab else. There we go. 29. 7 DWR. Okay, that's good. TWR of Kerbal. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be powerful enough, yeah. Duna. Compact. I mean, yeah, she's gonna fly great on Duna. It's not gonna be an issue. Probably gonna need type of stabilizer, maybe. Retrograde. Reverting to launch. I think it looks pretty good, right? Let's take that, I don't want to stage that. Yeah, I mean, that's the debate. Like, do I bring it all together or do I separate it, Jim, and put parachutes on the mechanism? That's a good question. I don't think I know the answer yet. I don't think I know the answer yet, but we might try to bring it all in one. Let's see how slow this gets, huh? Yeah, we're going to go get that ship, Ricker. 8.4. That's not bad. That's not bad. We should probably put something to jettison the engine. Chad, let's put something to jettison the engine. We'll probably land with the whole thing then. We'll probably land the whole bit. Let's time warp a little bit. And we have to obviously land water. It drops at 8.2. Engine falls off anyway. $8.2. You know what, though, River Flight? We should actually double check that because we don't have the equipment on board. So what I mean by that is let's put a decoupler here. Okay. And then the mobile processing. Let's pretend it's attached. Oh, the engine won't work through a decoupler? Really? No way. I didn't know that. Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. The engine won't fire through a decoupler? Enable crossfeed. Is that all I need to do? Enable crossfeed. Nah. Chat, so I can't use a decoupler? Separate the engine? Really? I feel like that's not true. I feel like that's not true. When I put it on here, does it? It doesn't. There's no TWR numbers. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. As soon as I put it on there, no good. If I take it off, then I get my TWR back. I could have sworn we've done a decoupler between the engine before. All right, I guess we're gonna have to come down with the engine. See if we can activate the engine. I don't think we can. Watch. Oh, maybe it's a staging thing. Hold on, I'll go back. Oh yeah. It must have been a staging thing, huh? Probably going to need a reaction wheel, to be honest, because it doesn't seem very powerful here. We're okay, we're okay. And we're dropping at a cool 7 meters a second. Seven meters a second. Of course, we have to land in water. Alright, I mean, that works too. That works too. Seven meters a second is probably going to be what? Do we need more? Do we need more parachutes? Because when we land on Duna, it's going to get spicy. You know what I mean? Don't drop, yeah, don't drop the engines on Duna. Kind of wonder if we need more. Twitch engines. What do those look like? 2700 Delta V. And what do we need on Duna? Oh, the radio mounted 2500. What happened to my fuel? Because I didn't have this attached. Liquid methane. Liquid methane. Liquid methane. Liquid methane. Liquid methane. Liquid methane. There we go. I'd love to have a little more Delta V for Duna. But we are over the recommended amount, so let's just roll with this, and hopefully that is okay. All right. That's going to be a last staging thing here. Okay. We're going to land everything, and hopefully everything is going to be okay. Oh, man. This is what we have to pick up on Duna. This is the piece. I hope so. We haven't even done landing gear on Duna yet. This is not a very good landing gear type of engine. So we might have to switch the engine out for this guy. No? This is this is a liquid fuel engine, not a methane engine. Manatee liquid fuel. Liquid methane. Ooh, and more Delta V. Well, except we didn't have the mobile processing in there. Mobile processing. Ooh, what engine is this one? The Vulture. Okay. Hey, what's up, Barbie? The Vulture, where has he been my whole life? Liquid methane. Yo, we got some good numbers. We should be double checking. Stack decoupler. Yeah, I think it's part of the Kerbal Atomics. Wait, what happened to my... Uh-oh. Liquid methane. Why? Okay, so now enable cross. Oh, there we go. That looks like we're going to be able to build a landing gear platform out of here. Near future, I think so. Some of them. I forget which ones. Electrical. Landing. Dude, that's the biggest landing gear we got? You serious? Is there a mod for bigger landing gears? Because we need some big honkers, man. And that's the best landing gear they got? Yeah, I haven't tried the Dart or the... Oh, no, I have tried the Dart. The Wolfhound, I haven't tried that one. What is the deal What is the deal with landing gears? This is the biggest one. Wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this isn't. Let's lower the ladder. I don't know about landing gears. What we're gonna do? I guess we'll do that. I don't know. Which brings me back to engines. What are we using? Liquid hydrogen, liquid methane, the Vulture. Methane. The Allosaur. Oh. What kind of delta V is this thing have? 2515. This one gets the best bang for the buck. 33. Yeah, that's a good engine. That's called the Vulture. The Vulture. Pretty fantastic. Getting some good numbers. Make a hinge system. Hinges. Hinge system. Hinges. What do you mean? Are you talking about from the robotic parts? Is that what you mean? The only thing about robotics, the mod, is that it can be glitchy, man. We've just had robotics break on us more often than not. Is my only hesitation. You think 4 will do? I mean, we can do it just like that. I don't know. That should be good enough, right? Is that good enough, Chad, or no? What do you think? What do you think? Wide base with fuel tanks and set them low. Like create like structure off the main tank to make it a wider base. You think it's gonna hold? What the heck? Vulture. OTWR? Oh, weird. Then we have to shut down the engine. Oh, weird. Very strange. Hey, see you, Jay. Thanks for swinging by, man. It's a deep space engine, huh? I was getting some good. Oh, you know what? I didn't have Atmo on, man. Still as good numbers with Atmo on. It's on Duna. It's gonna work, but not on Kerbin. On Kerbin, yeah. On Kerbin, it ain't working at all. It's going to work on Duna, though. At least according to Kerbal Engineer. Switch to Duna, and we got a atmospheric delta V of 3100, TWR 3.98. My concern is that weird deployment that it does. You know what I mean? It does a weird deployment thing. It doesn't just land or like turn on and turn off. It has like a weird. We have to go to Duna to pick up a fuselage. We have a contract to go pick it up. All right, let's try this one. Yeah, see that's weird. Like, we're not going to be able to use that on a landing. Yeah, that's a strange one. I don't know. Fat booty ships. Alright, so I do like this engine, but it's just... I don't think it's going to be helpful. Which leaves us with the big old... this guy. No, that's the wrong one. Which leaves us with this guy, which is kind of overkill. Massive overkill. But it gives us a nice... gives us a nice base for landing, though. That's the only thing. Yeah, that's a... I mean, the TWR is 25. TWR is 15. It's such a insane amount of fuel. Or an insane amount of TWR. And our delta V jumped down quite a bit. Don't love that. But it is on the recommended amount of fuel. I just usually like to do a little more. It's the point of the game, Alex. It's kind of like a space agency simulator. There's a lot of objectives. It just depends on what you're working on. We're working on a recovery of asset of equipment. Oh, jeez, there's so much Delta V. It's a good problem, right? It's a good problem to have. It's an insane, yeah, I don't know, man. Well, we'll think about it. We'll think about it. What do you mean ASL with the engine? What you mean? Oh, at sea level? On Duna, that's a good question. Probably not. Probably not. We might need to pack a little more fuel for the trip. All right, the legs will do it. Legs are fine. Legs are fine. Legs are fine. Revert flight to launch. You know what we're supposed to do? Oh man. Oh brother. All right. Everybody stay calm. Everybody stay calm. We got to fit some more fuel on here. 25 is a little low for the objective. So let's snag another thing of fuel. 28. 31. Let's just go ahead and try to make that work. Move. Take that off. Put it like that. We'll just go local with it. Bam. We're just going to go local with it and up and out. Pack the fuel in there, boys. Pack the fuel in there. Nice and tight, please. Nice and tight. Don't get away the landing gear. Yeah, we can bring him up. Oh, that's a good... now that you ask it. No. I mean, technically, yes, but we like to be real. We try to be somewhat realistic with the build. Oh, that's interesting. That's so interesting. Compact. we got great Delta V now that we lessened the weight. All right. That's interesting. Okay. It's a highly overpowered engine, but the shroud around the engine makes it good for landing. The engine is that this is like a Ferrari engine on a bike type of thing. Yeah, we'll have to limit the thrust for sure. Yeah, let's bring this back. Let's bring these down. Alright, let's clean this up here. Just like to make it look aesthetically pleasing, at least to my eye. What do we got? Do a little bit of that. Do a little bit of this. Do a little bit of... That should be good. So let's save that with you guys. Actually, you know what? We're going to take this off. We're going to put a docking port. Because you know what, what we need to do? Oh, I don't know, man. I wanted to take a rover with us. I just don't know if we're just eating more than we can chew at this point. So here's what I wanted to do. Looking for some mods, new schoolers. I have to update my list, man. I don't think I have a good updated list yet. So transfer rocket. All right, so let's close this up. Raise a ladder. Let's close that up, close that up. All right, that's the recovery vehicle. It's looking pretty good, to be honest. Pretty good. Pretty good, chat. Pretty good, not bad. I mean, we got some issues. We still got a long ways to go. But once we get there, so here's what I want to do. I'll show you, chat, what I want to do. I don't know if this is gonna be too much. I think we're good with the ladder. We did a ladder check. Starts to flip, huh? So Bloody Jackson, make sure you have your aerodynamics turned on, like the center of mass to thrust. To, you know, you're probably going to need either some gimbaled engines or some. Actually, let me do this before we even get moving here. Maybe some... There's a lot of different things to help with the flip. Fins might be something you might need to do. You might need to put some fins on. You might need to put a reaction wheel. Reaction wheel, fins. That type of stuff. Battery, reaction wheel. Speaking of reaction wheel, let's throw one on here. Yeah, when you burn some fuel, that's definitely a thing. It's going to change the weight. Chad, here's what I really want to do. This might be getting out of hand here. This might be getting out of hand. Wait, hold on. I gotta go see. Is at the top of the sky crane. Yeah, it's probably flipping it. It was probably flipping it pretty good. Alright, so just hold on. What's this for? We're going to Duna to pick up a fuselage. It's part of our contract, but we've had to really work on our design for even picking it up. What that would look like. I don't think it's this one. What is this? Oh, that's definitely not it. We can delete that one. Dover crane, load it up. Grabber, crane, and forklift. Slightly askew, slightly askew. Yeah, I use CCAN. Big fan of CCAN because I'm not really into modding. CCAN does a great job. Warbond, what's that? CCAN's how I do all my mods. It's a great application though. Make sure your mods are functional. Compatible, really. Power crane. Power crane manipulator. Construction, Kerbal attachment. Okay, that's not going to have all those things. Okay, good. We got a winch, we got a thing, we got a thing. Okay. The horror mod, is that actually a thing? And what is that? I think this is going to be a multi-day mission. I'm just going to be honest with you, Chad. I'm used to like our gameplay where we build a rocket, you know, at the most of an hour, and then we do our mission like another hour. A lot of the stuff we're getting involved with, particularly with life support. Lady, are you doing something on Twitch? Where did that come from? Particularly on life support. The missions are more challenging. We're spending hours building the rocket accurately because now we have like more intense mission objectives. How much gravity on Duna? It's definitely less. It's definitely less. So Duna, here's what I want to do, chat. I want to take a rover there. This might be. This might get a. I don't know if this is possible. Oh man. I don't know if this is possible. Is this... You think this is getting out of hand what we're about to do here? Reroute. Oh my goodness. Oh, brother. Does it fold up? You know, we tried making a folding up one. And in theory, you should be able to make a fold up rover. But in practice, there's a little bit of jank to the game. There's a little bit of jank, and we were not able to deploy the rover. You know what I mean? Very well. So, like, my preference is to not make a folding rover. Not because in theory, but just because in practice. I would love to get this there somehow. We're going to leave it on there just in case. We'll see. We'll see, Chad. Has remote guy has there. Alright, oops. That's so big. It is a bit. I do have smaller ones. But I wanted to take a nice big robust one over to Duna. We're gonna try. It might not work out, but we're gonna try. Let's figure out how to get just one in the back, huh? Yeah, we might have to take off that magnetic thing. I don't know. We have the winch in the back. We probably don't want to mess with that winch. We got some issues. We'll think about that. All right, so that's landing. That's unfortunately that's not coming back. We're gonna chuck the rover and parachute it in. We have a bunch of parachutes. So we're gonna while falling into the planet, the plan is just to chuck the rover and use the parachutes on it. Hopefully, this is the plan. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. It's a mess. I know it's a mess. This is an interesting mission we're on. Once we chuck the rover, we can dock back onto the... Alright, let's make the transfer stage now. Transfer stage is... We're looking at... 2,200... Maybe 30... A minimum of 3,500. A minimum of 3,500. Because we're going to need an engineer to acquire the fuselage that we're trying to get. I don't know how long we've been playing Kerbal. That's a good question. That's a good question. How long have we been playing Kerbal? Let's go look when we first started. Okay, the transfer stage is going to need... Alright, remote guidance. Let's just start out right off the bat with a remote guidance. Right off the bat, starting with a remote guidance unit. Right. Oh, you know what? It needs a... No, not remote guidance. We're going to need some type of docking. This is a tough build, chat. I'm having a hard time. Land alt with the rover, you mean? Man, this could be a tough one. How are we going to dock back with the mothership? Chat, we're going to have to think through some engineering here. Interesting. Ooh, I forget about air brakes, chat. I completely forgot about air brakes. We haven't been using those on our mission. Didn't even remember about them. There's too many parts in my mod list now. Having a hard time keeping up with them. Yeah. Tough call. Tough call. Let me think about it. Let me think about it. Because I don't know a good way to redock with the ship. The mothership. Redock with the mothership. We're going to put the remote guidance. Because, I mean, we have the docking port above here, right? So that's cool. Like, we have this. That's how we would dock with the mothership. So we would need to flip, unless... Alright, give me a minute to work this out here. Got an idea. I don't know if this is a good idea. No, that's not going to be big enough. Interesting, chat. Interesting. Whoa. That thing is cool looking. I don't know what it does, but it's like a bunch of arms and grabbers and... Because I don't know. I'm just thinking about different options. Give it up on sand, AJ. You know, I didn't think so, but we haven't played it. Like, I wasn't planning on giving up on it, but we've been messing around with some other stuff. Sand is a lot of fun. We just haven't gotten back to it recently. Yeah, we haven't gotten back to it in a minute. Alright, I'm just going to stare at this for a minute, chat. I'm still here. I'm just going to think about the strategy here. What is the strategy? We might not be able to take the rover like I was hoping to. But let's not give up. Let's not give up. The game name is called Kerbal Space Program. Still PhD. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling that right now. I'm kind of feeling the complexity. It's going to snap off, isn't it? So we have the orbital guidance. The orbital guidance, you know, let's just do something structural to make it look reasonable, right? So we're going to do... Yeah, the mission that we're on is very, very complex. So we have to pick up this piece of this unit. Man, I can't picture this, so we might have to... Bigger rocket, more fuel. So then when we come back up and we want to dock with it, we're going to need to do what? The rover will be gone by then. We flip around and we dock. We might not be able to... Okay, then what? So it detaches, you have that. And you have a senior up here. A grande or a senior? Launch pad. Leave it as a satellite transfer group. We have to bring the the payload back. That's why I'm trying to figure out how to redock it, or do we somehow EVA it over to a new? We could just EVA it over. To be honest, that's another thing. Yeah, we got to bring the fuselage. Yeah. I'm working on an alternate plan here. Grande Clampatron. Which means we would have to put a Grande up here. Does that make sense? Which isn't ideal because that's attaching. I might be biting off more than we can chew. I might be trying to do too much, particularly with the Oh, okay. Here's an idea. No. Yeah, we can attach light stuff. I don't know what we can and can't do. So the challenge, the puzzle that I'm doing right now is how do I attach the lander? I'm also trying to take the rover, so this is kind of throwing everything off, right? Because I would flip this around and dock it. Chat, we might have to leave the rover here. Maybe this is a different mission. The only problem with leaving the rover is that it might be useful in a like let's say I can't land in exactly close enough to the spot. We deploy the rover, we go grab it with the magnet crane, and then we bring it back. So that's kind of why I want to bring a rover. But it's also messing up our docking to the mothership. We could also explore. No, that's not going to work. Oh, shoot. How can we dock to the mothership? This will be gone by then. So we could flip it around and dock. But the docking has to be robust. Okay. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Yeah, we're going to jettison the rover. It's about when we come back to the mothership. That's kind of the puzzle right now. Coming back to the mothership, no rover, and we want to dock with it. The docking mechanism up here is kind of small. Does that make sense with that? This is a problem right about here. But what if assemble it on the planet? It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. Patrol 0.45. Can this somehow dock to that? It can. Will it undock? Because if that can undock, that might be an interesting proposition that we just presented here. Hold on. Yeah, we got a bunch of mods. I'll have to redo the list because I don't think there's a final mod list I have up. So the question is, can this undock? Oh, it can. Oh, nice. All right, let me think about that then. Okay, so that can undock. I thought you had to match like the port to the port. Okay, so that changes. We can undock that. It doesn't have to match. We probably want to put a coupler on there, maybe a... Okay. So what we're going to do is we can put that on there. It's going to be kind of a funky design. But then when we get back, we can dock with the mothership. Drop it on right on the reels. It shouldn't break up through Duna's atmosphere. Let's see, docking port, Clampetron. So deploy. So it doesn't want to. Doesn't want to dock on that thing, huh? Interesting. It's Kerbal one. That's interesting. That's interesting. Store parts assemble on site might be a good idea. We'll have to throw that in the possibilities. So that doesn't want to attach to that. Okay. All right. Well. Alright, fair enough. But you'll attach to that, that's fine. Okay. So then when we remote guidance docking, there we go. So then we'll flip around and dock. And then now we have to build the transfer stage. All right, chat. We're going to keep working on this project. We'll take a little lunch break. We'll be back. Probably. Not sure what game we're playing. There's some new games I want to check out, but we'll continue on this one for sure. I do think we'll have to maybe rethink about building the rover on site. I think is a good idea. So we're going to throw that in the bag as a possibility. A smaller rover, but the problem with the smaller rover is we need it to be big and robust to be able to pick up heavy debris. So that's why we're thinking about... That's why we're thinking about taking a big rover. We might have to play around with like building a rover... Wow, look at that. That's a tough one. Yeah. See, and and here's not what I feel bad about. Some of you guys have a lot of great ideas. Some of the ideas, the problem isn't the idea themselves. You should be able to do a lot of what you guys are suggesting. It's kind of like I put enough hours into the game to know there's a little jank to the game. So somebody was saying like hinges, robotic parts. That robotic DLC is bugged out, man. Those things don't seem to work very well. You know what I mean? To try to use the robotic, the robotic parts just tend to bug out, is what I'm trying to say. So a lot of what we're trying to do is avoid the jank. That's why I'm trying to keep this upper design very simple. This lander, land, put it in here, call it a day, go home. Because the less points of failure, not from a theoretical level, but just from a game design, like the jank of the game, makes me, we just have to be... we're fighting the bugs, is basically what I'm trying to say. And we kind of know what bugs are going to happen when. Like robotic parts, I love the robotic parts. I wish we could mess with the robotic parts a lot more. But the robotic parts, man, they get messy. They get real messy. So we got to camp. Okay, so now we got to think about a habitat. Hold on, let me build a little more before we go. Habitat, we're going to be gone for a long time. Probably going to need the donut. We have life support. Lights on. Deflate. Inflate. Start habitat. We have a 400 day. This needs to be 1500 days of habitat. Infant mortality, that plays into the idea in reliability engineering. Yeah, the reliability, yes. And it depends on the mission too, because we can also, mess around. You know what I mean? And, mess around with the jank and see what it'll do. But this mission, we need it to, work. This mission, we need it to work. Yeah, we got a lot of mods. We'll have to post them at some point. Dang, check that out. That's kind of cool. That's really cool, actually. Oh, that's cool too. Oh, that's awesome. How much does that weigh? 11 tons. 8 tons, 11 tons, 8 tons. Bagels 5 tons. Alright, so we have habitat. And we're going to need some life support. So what that means at the very minimum is we're going to need a farm, a hydroponics module. Does that not go? Automation module, custom zone, hydroponics module. Maybe we'll go the smaller inline one. We're back. We might be biting off more than we can chew, Chad, but let's... Whoa, what's this? Let's look at something more inline right here, right? Or is that what we want? That's fine. We need a recycler. Recycle. I know we said we had to go, but let's just fix a couple of things. Hydroponics. How much tons does that weigh? 6 tons versus 1 ton. Six tons, that's 6 tons versus 1 ton versus, that's a 3-ton recycler. Probably could use that. That's 9 tons. 6 tons. Hey, Scott. That's 4 tons. This one's only 1 ton. Let's try that one out. That's a 1 ton hydroponics. You know what I mean? With a recycler. And we're going to need some fertilizer and food. Fertilizer and food. So how much food's that going to give me? Should be enough because we're going to grow our own food on the trip. payload, huh? Yeah, this is to recover the equipment on Duna and drop off a rover, an updated rover. There's something I was looking for. Oh, here it is. Interesting. Inline storage. This is kind of interesting. Would this be something I would use? I don't know. Even life support fertilizer. Where did I find that at? Payload? Oh yeah, payload. Inline modular storage. Storage. Cargo is different than payload. Because payload would be about external. Oh, interesting. I don't know if I need to really use that. It's probably good and reliable, to be honest. Okay, and then we have the I don't know if we can even put a fairing on this or not. And then what are we looking for transfer wise? I think we said 3,500, which is just a big tank of. I don't think we need that big of a tank, actually. Just a good old big tank of a couple of big tanks of LH2. Select the tank. LH2. Okay, then the engine. Set on its head to get the fairing. Yeah, we might be actually able to do that. And we might redesign the rover. Make it. Maybe we don't need it to make it 3 wheels long. Maybe it just needs to be 2 wheels. I mean, I don't know. We'll think about we'll just leave the rover there as a placeholder for now. But we need 3,500 for the transfer. What is this? An atomic rocket. Out of atmosphere. 717. What's this? Wow. Okay, I don't think I understand that nuclear rocket. Yeah, atomic rocket. What is this one? 2,500. That's certainly going to get hot. What do we say? 3,500? We're going to need 3,500. The Liberator. .57, 4,000. Yeah, so we're gonna need a little more fuel. It's coming along. It's going to be a slow project. It's coming along, though. It's coming along nicely. I think we've got... We have to rethink the rover. But I do like the big wheeled rover. I don't know. We do have to work on the transfer stage rocket. No problem. There's another engine here that looks interesting. The Emancipator. Look at that. TWR Delta V. That's a powerful rocket. Wow. Yeah, RC. We're going to need to throw RCS in here. The only problem with this rocket is... Dang, I can't imagine how much fuel this is going to be. This needs to be 3,500, so we could probably do another one of these, another one of these, 3,600. That's over the minimum of what we need. That's the transfer. We'll clean it up. We'll add some RCS. We'll think about it. Man, what a crazy... Oh, then you know what we can't forget? We can't forget the thermal. You know what I mean? We have to absolutely go crazy on the thermal. Because... generated 4, removed 2. Wow, that engine is crazy. That engine's crazy. I don't even know if we can use that engine. Oh, we haven't turned on... Did we turn these on? Oh yeah, that's crazy. That engine is nuts. It's a very hot running engine. Liberator. Let's see how that does. Generated 2, removed 2. So we could run that. It's not as powerful. Yeah, limit the thrust limit. Oh yeah, that works. Interesting. So let's go back to that other one. The Emancipator. So thrust limit, let's say we jet it down to 40. Generated 1 megawatt minus... Oh yeah, that's a good way to do it. Because we still have a high TWR. It's pretty good, chat. It's pretty good. I like that. Pretty good, guys. All right, my friends. We'll be back soon enough. Like I said, this project's going to take a few days. We do have some other rovers we can consider. You schoolers, thanks for hanging out. Ryan, we'll see you later. Ryan, I'll have to add his mod soon. I'll try to do that next time. See, this is a smaller rover, but it's not going to be big enough to crane stuff around. That's why we took this big guy. Alright guys, we'll see you soon. What's up, Demi? Just a little Kerbal. Gotta run for a little bit. We'll catch you guys later.